We've seen how animation can help liven up a bulleted list. Now let's see how we can make photos look even better. Now when I say photos, keep in mind that I mean any graphical object. It doesn't have to be a picture of a landscape. We'll start with the balloons on slide number 16, our quarterly sales chart. I want the balloons to rise up from the bottom of the screen. After selecting the object, I'll activate the Animations tab and choose the Fly In effect. The default is to fly up, but just in case you ever need to change the direction, you can use this menu. Our balloons are way too fast, so we'll adjust the speed here under Duration to 4 seconds. I also want them to begin animating as soon as the slide appears, so I'll change the start from on click to after previous. Let's press Shift F5 and see how this turned out. And there's our animated balloons. Let's continue the animation trend onto slide 12, our warehouse map. I'd love for the map itself to fade in and then have the push pins and text fall into place as the speaker announces each one. So let's make that happen. First, the map. This is easy. I'll select the map and add an animation to it. We've been using float in throughout the show, so let's keep things consistent. We'll set the duration to 0.2 seconds and have the map appear immediately like we did with the balloons by choosing After Previous instead of On Click. Now keep in mind that when it says After Previous, since there is no prior animation, it's going to happen as soon as the slide loads. Let's press Shift F5 to see how this looks. Note that the text and push pins are already there before the animation begins. If we want something to appear after the animation begins, we need to make those items animated as well. So now I'll animate one push pin and one text box. I'll select the Ventura push pin and choose to fly in, but we'll change the direction and choose from the top right. We'll leave the default as half a second, and we'll also leave the start as on click. This will require the presenter to click the mouse before this step of the animation appears. But I would like it to look a little bit smoother. Here's the animation where it says Picture 5. I'm going to right-click and choose Effect Options. Here I can give the animation a smooth ending. I can use the slider or type in a number, like 0.2 seconds. Now we'll modify the text that appears next to the push pin. I'll select the text box and choose Wipe as our animation effect. We'll change the direction. And since I want the text to appear immediately after the push pin does, I'll change the start to After Previous. You can see here as our timeline builds that step 1, that is, after the mouse is clicked once, the push pin appears and then the text appears immediately after. I'd like my text to appear a little bit faster, so I'll choose 0.2 seconds. Let's preview with Shift F5 to make sure our push pin is perfect. There's the animated map, and when I click, there's our push pin and text. Let's press Escape. Now we'll use the Animation Painter tool, new to PowerPoint 2010, to copy the effects from these two items to all of the other items. I'll select the push pin, and I'll double-click on Animation Painter. Double-clicking allows me to apply the animation from the selected item to multiple other items in succession. I can press Escape when I'm done. I'll do the same with the text box, selecting here, double-clicking Animation Painter, and then choosing Reno, St. Paul, Greensboro, and Abilene. I'll press Escape when I'm done. If you look at the animation pane, you can see here the Ventura push pin and text, followed by all of the other push pins, and then all of the other text. We need to rearrange the order so that the push pins go in the same order as the text. We can drag and drop, or use the buttons here to move the individual steps earlier or later in the list. At any point that we're unsure if things look great, we can click the play button. It looks like I messed up on 2 of the push pins, so let me rearrange those text boxes real quick. Drag this one down, and drag that one up. We'll play it one more time. That's not bad, but I'd like the text for St. Paul and Greensboro to go the other direction as it appears. I'll select St. Paul, pull down Effect Options, and have it appear from the right. We'll do the same with Greensboro. Let's press Shift F5 and see how this turned out. Remember, as I click, the next city should appear. Perfect. So there's our animation basics. Let's keep going by taking things a step further, animating our chart in a unique way, and making our trivia template a bit more exciting.